Okay. So as you can see, I just don't really feel like my normal happy self. I went for a scan today. Alright, let me rewind. Last time I spoke, I did a scan on Wednesday. That was Wednesday the 26th. After seeing the nurse, they told me to up my medication from 150 to 175 of the Follicle Stimulating Hormone, FSH. I did that and bang, it hit me like I'm in PMT overdrive. My boobs are sore, I'm like lethargic, I'm quite moody as well, if I'm honest. As you can tell, I've not done my hair. So I've now been taking the higher dose of 175 for 5 days. I also went to Glastonbury over the weekend, which was amazing, and I was totally sober, just drank, kept hydrated, so that wasn't too bad, and I'm happy that I went. But it was really draining. I feel so tired now, and yesterday I literally just collapsed and I was like, I need apple crumble, so I ate it. Basically I ate a whole tub of apple crumble and cream, so that was amazing. So anyway, I'm chatting absolute poo right now. Yeah, it's just been really tough today. For the last couple of days I've experienced a lot of tenderness on my left side, so where my left ovary is, and in this ultrasound scan that I had today, I have 19 follicles. 19 follicles. Remember, it was 10 last time, so in 5 days another 9 have grown in my left ovary alone. So that's where the tenderness is coming from. In my right I have 13, and some of them are really good size, others are quite small. So I also had a blood test to check the amount of estrogen in my system, and that is really just to check. They want to keep the levels of estrogen quite low, and they're happy that I'm in a certain band, so they want to continue me on the highest, not the highest, but the higher dosage of Gonal-F FSH, which is really good. I have also started injecting the Femidol, which I have to inject into my leg. It's really important that you don't inject the Femidol directly into your leg. They say do it at a 45-degree angle, and the reason why they say that is so that you don't nip any blood vessels. Once you've inserted the needle in at the 45-degree angle, they ask that you then just pull the syringe up slightly, not the actual needle but the syringe bit, pumpy bit, to check that you've not nipped a blood vessel, because you shouldn't administer the fluid if you have punctured a blood vessel. They recommend that you throw the needle away. So I've been doing that, and that's more of a thicker type of solution. if you administer it really slowly, you feel nothing. It's just only after you've administered it all, the area that you've injected it in gets quite raised, like you've got a hive or something, or like a hive, and then the area stings a bit, probably for about 10 to 15 minutes. You get like a quite stingy sensation, but that dies down once the body starts absorbing that fluid. So it's been quite tough, just, you know, waking up daily, then having to do the 9 AM injections of the Gonal-F FSH, and then the Framadol. I have actually got bruising, as you can see. So I've got 2 bruise marks from injecting the Gonal, where I just nipped a blood vessel, but it's alright. Anything else? Yeah, so ultrasound was really painful today. Not on my right side, on my left side where I have the tenderness. Like really, really uncomfortable actually. So I'm just kind of wanting this to blow over the pain, because it's really intense in waves. The other thing that came up on the ultrasound was that I've got fluid. I have a buildup of fluid in my uterine cavity. Now, usually that is caused, well, one of the higher causes is hydrosalpinx, and a hydrosalpinx is when you have fluid in your fallopian tube. If you look at my episode 1, I explained that I had a bilateral salpingectomy, and that was to remove 2 hydrosalpinx. So the fluid that I have is not caused by hydrosalpinx, because I don't have fallopian tubes to allow that fluid to flow into my uterus. The highest probability of cause for my fluid is the hormones and the stimulating hormones that I'm taking. And the only reason that I know this is because I've researched it. If you're interested, let me find the guy, because he was actually really good. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about this, it's this guy. It's actually another YouTube video. He is honestly, like, he really explains everything. So his name is Dr. Anil Goody. He is a consultation in assisted contraception in London, and if you want to search for it, it's his video is called Fluid in Endometrial Cavity, and again it's on Fertility Courses channel. So let me just show you that again. Really good, really good. So his prognosis, based on his research, is that and this is only my opinion again, my fluid has been caused by the stimulating hormones and that I have been taking, primarily produced by the levels of estrogen in my body. Now, what that means is, the nurse had said that it may resolve by itself, but if the fluid doesn't disappear, again it's detrimental to the embryo transfer. So I will have my eggs extracted as planned. They will create and incubate the embryos for the 5 days. But again, if I have the fluid, they'll possibly freeze the embryos. Dr. Anil Goody did say that you can remove the fluid before embryo transfer by using one of the embryo transfer catheters. So when I go on Wednesday, so it's Monday today, it's Monday the 1st of July, I have another scan on Wednesday. When I go to see the nurse on Wednesday, I'm going to see if it is still there. Hopefully it's not. I'm just making myself some turmeric tea to reduce any inflammation that I have of my ovaries and in my womb, uterus, just due to any overstimulation. So I'm just going to have some turmeric tea in a minute. And yeah, so if I'm going to propose that option to them, because I'd rather them do the embryo transfer straight away rather than have them frozen and then thawed and then having to wait. So yeah, that's that. So my plan now, or what I've been advised to do, is tomorrow I continue taking the 175 of Gonal. I also then continue with injecting the Formiadol, and then on Wednesday I have an appointment at 10 o'clock in the morning. I take my Formiadol, but I don't inject the 175 of FSH, Gonal-F FSH. They're going to do a scan, see what the results are like, and then they'll tell me to administer it or not. So yeah, it's taking its toll. I just feel really drained. But yeah, watch this space and we'll see what happens on Wednesday.